Deadpool is insanely packed with all sorts of stuff for comic fans, but these are the 13 Deadpool Easter eggs, cameos, and in-jokes that you need to know. Actor Ryan Reynolds poked fun at his failed Green Lantern movie, first by showing a wallet with a photo of a man in a Green Lantern costume during the opening credits scene, and then again when he's undergoing torture he begs for his supersuit not to be green or animated. There are a few jabs at Reynolds' first attempt at playing Deadpool in X-Men Origins Wolverine. While being tortured, Ajax threatens to sew Wade's mouth shut, to which he replies, "I wouldn't do that if I were you." Yeah, no kidding. We also see an action figure of that abomination of a Deadpool when Wade is talking about his Wham vinyl. And finally, Wade says the line about traveling to far-off, exotic places, meet new and exciting people, and Weasel finishes it for him with, "and kill them," which is an exact quote from X-Men Origins Wolverine. It's no secret that Spider-Man was a big influence on the original design of Deadpool, and he got a few shout-outs in the movie. First, Wade says he looks like he was bitten by a radioactive Shar-Pei. Then during the highway fight, there's a turnoff for Parker Boulevard, and at the end, Deadpool refers to himself as your friendly neighborhood pool guy. Plus during the animated credits, he tries to hang from some webbing and falls. Yes, there's Deadpool's funny little Batman and Robin analog to his relationship with Blind Al, but there's another reference when Deadpool gets his head bashed against the radio during the fight in the SUV. Listen closely and you'll hear the iconic transition theme from the Adam West Batman TV show. Stan Lee gets his obligatory Marvel movie cameo as the strip club DJ. Deadpool co-creator Rob Liefeld gets a call out as Wade enters the bar for the first time. Plus, during the opening credits, you can see a coffee cup with Rob L written on it. The other creator of Deadpool, Fabian Nicieza, has his first and last name on different street signs during the highway battle. Marvel Studios head Kevin Feige even gets a nod with the famous Feige's pizza box. There's also a waitress with the name tag Kelly, which we like to think of as a nod to writer Joe Kelly, who took Deadpool from your typical mercenary to the funny, fourth wall breaking character we all know today. While Deadpool is the first ever X-Men related movie not to have Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, there is a glimpse of his People magazine's Sexiest Man Alive cover, and then a cutout of his face is stapled to Wade's face when he removes his mask at the end. Being connected to the X-Men movies, Deadpool makes a couple offhand comments. At one point, he mentions that he's mad that Beast won't stop crapping on his lawn. And when Colossus says he wants to bring Deadpool to Professor Xavier, he replies with Stewart or McAvoy, which is a reference to the two actors that played the mutant mentor. And then he tacks on, "These timelines are confusing," a jab at Fox's notoriously messed up X-Men movie timeline. When Negasonic Teenage Warhead says the X-Mansion gets blown up every few years, she's probably referencing the events of X-Men Apocalypse, which takes place before Deadpool in 1983. The promotional poster and trailer seem to show that the mansion will indeed get blown up, which would be the first time we've seen it in a movie, so her joke is based more off the comics, where it's happened multiple times. They never give a name to Ajax's Super Soldier program, but in the comics, Deadpool's created by the Weapon Plus program, the same program that made Wolverine. They don't make this connection in the movie, but it's something they could bring up if the two ever cross paths in a sequel. Fingers crossed. One of the other mutants in the lab has sharp bones sticking out of her back. This appears to be none other than Marrow, a Morlock who becomes a member of X-Force, a team Deadpool has also been on. Before the big end fight, Deadpool says, "Time to make the Chimichangas." Chimichangas are Deadpool's favorite food in the comics, and he reveres them to an unhealthy extent. Deadpool spares a man he recognizes named Bob. In the comics, we know this person as Bob, agent of Hydra, who is sort of an affable, humanized goon of the evil terrorist organization. Fox doesn't own the rights to use Hydra in a movie. That belongs to Marvel. So it looks like Bob will have to make do with just being an agent of Ajax. And in an even more surprising MCU connection, the end battle takes place on a decommissioned helicarrier. Don't ask us how they got away with that one. Vanessa Carlyle has no powers in the movie, but in the comics, she's a member of X-Force with shape-shifting powers named Copycat. There's a line cut from the movie that can be seen in trailers where Vanessa says, "I've played a lot of roles, damsel in distress ain't one of them," which is either a nod to her comic origin or a hint that she actually has hidden powers. The first part of the post-credit scene sees Deadpool doing an homage to the stinger for Ferris Bueller's Day Off. He also throws in a reference to Samuel L. Jackson, who kicked off all these superhero post-credit scenes as Nick Fury at the end of Iron Man. Now the second part promises the sequel will have Cable, who's the mutant frenemy of Deadpool that leads X-Force. He's a time-traveling badass with a cybernetic arm and a long history with Deadpool in the comics. For more on Deadpool, Cable, and Chimichangas, all you mercs can keep your mouths on IGN? Wait, guys, who wrote this?